Hi everyone, thank you for joining this lecture. Today, we are going to talk about algorithmic thinking and introduction to Hour of Code. Do you still remember about greedy? So, what do you think greedy is? In terms of the general definition, we usually define greedy as having or showing an intense and selfish desire of something. Especially, this might relate to wealth or money, something like that. But hey, we're not going to discuss about that in this lecture. We're going to talk about greedy in a computer science perspective. So what is actually greedy in a computer science perspective? A greedy algorithm is a simple, intuitive algorithm that is used in optimization problems. The algorithm makes the optimal choice at each step as it attempts to find the overall optimal way to solve the entire problem. Well, greedy algorithms are designed for speed. So when given a subproblem, a greedy algorithm chooses the local best solution and moves towards the final goal, hoping the strategy will closely approximate the global optimal solution. Well, this sounds great, but one thing to keep in mind is that greedy algorithms do not always get us the most optimal solution for some problems. Well, they might give a suboptimal solution in such cases. However, there are problems for which it is proven that greedy algorithms do provide the best solution, which makes them awesome fits of strategy in certain situations. So today, we're going to talk about this algorithm and how it can be used to solve several optimization problems. Alright, we've talked earlier that a greedy algorithm is an algorithm that is used in optimization problems, right? So, an optimization problem can consist of maximizing or minimizing a real function by systematically choosing input values from within an allowed set. Okay, now please consider this problem. Suppose Marsha has 14,000 rupias. She will exchange her money with coins of 50, 100, 200, 500, and 1000. The question is how many minimum number of coins is required to convert this money into coins? Please think about this and please write down the algorithm. Okay, so what's the answer? It's easy. 14, right? How can we get 14? Well, actually, the first thing to do is to sort this set of values from the highest value. So 1000 and then 500 and then 200 and 150, right? This is what we do. We sort this number, and the next thing we do is we see how can we actually multiply this the first element, which is the highest value, so we get as close as we can to 14,000, right? So yeah, we choose 14, right? Because 14 times 1000 is exactly 14,000 rupiah. So she need 14 coins, right, to solve this problem. Right, now consider other problems like this. Marcia has 25,650 and she will exchange her money with coins of 50, 100, 200, 500, and 1000. Well, this is actually quite the same with the previous problem, but we slightly changed the nominal a little bit. So what do you think? What's the minimum number of coin is required to convert this money into coins? What can we do to solve this problem? First, the first thing is sort this set of value from the highest value to the lowest value. So we try to sort it out like this: 100, 500, 200, 150, right? So what we do is first we do sort the set of available values. The next thing we do is we see can we multiply this the first element with a constants that lead us as close as we can to the desired amount of money. At this case, 25,000, right? So we can do like multiplying 1,000 with 25, right? Because if we multiply it with 26, that will be over 25,000. So what we do is we multiply 25 with 1,000, right? And well, this give us 25,000. And then we, and then the second element is 500. So we multiply this with 1 times 500. This, that gives us this one, right? And the next element is 200, but we cannot use 200 because if we add 200, that will be over this, right? So we go to 100. Yeah, can we use 100? Yes, we can. So we take this number and this will result in 100. And the last element is 50, right? So we multiply 50 with 1 and this, okay, well, this gives us 25,650. Well, this is actually the amount of money that Marcia wants to exchange. Okay, right. So how many minimum number of coins do we need? So 25 plus 1 is 26, right? Plus 1 is 27, plus 1 is 28. So we need 28 coins. So if you're using this method, right? Okay. Greedy technique can be implemented with the following principle. Take the best steps at current time. Now consider the following problems. Suppose you want to make a change for 7 and you have infinite supply of 5, 4, 3, and 1 coins. The question is, what is the minimum number of coins needed to make the change? Okay, now consider the following problems. Suppose you want to exchange 7 and you have infinite supply of 5, 4, 3, and 1. The question is, what is the minimum number of coins needed to make the change? And there are also two other questions. So please pause the video and try to think about the solution. So we want to exchange 7 and we have the following infinite numbers 5, 4, 3, and 1. Now what's the solution? If we use greedy solution, we will first sort the numbers from the largest to the smallest number. So we start from 5, 5, and 5 is still less than 7, so we consider the next largest number, which is 4. Now, if we add 4, this will result in 9, and 9 is greater than 7, so exceeds 7, so we cannot use this solution, right? So how about 5 plus 3? The next largest number after 4 is 3, but this will result in 8, and 8 is more than 7, so we cannot use this solution either. Now let's try 1. 5 plus 1 is 6, and 6 is still less than 7, so this one is fine. Now 5 plus 1 plus 1 is 7, and 7, this one is actually the value of money that we want to change, right? So this is actually the value of money to be exchanged, 7. So this one is the solution using the greedy method. But is it optimal? Now, if you think about other solution, it can be 4 plus 3, right? And 4 plus 3 only need 2 coins. In this case, it only needs 2 coins. And this is optimal solution because it's 2 coins is less than 3 coins. And what we want to do is to minimize the number of coins to be changed, right? To make the change. So greedy is not always optimal. And you can also see this is the solution for questions B, for B questions. You can also see here we have the solutions for other problems, right? And now let's see number B. So available coins is 10, 7, and 1. Value of money to be exchanged is 15. So using the greedy solutions, we got this solution, but it's not optimal. The optimal solution should be 7 plus 7 plus 1, and this only need 3 coins. Also for the next question, using greedy solution, if you want to exchange 20 with the following coins, 15, 10, and 1, using greedy solutions, you will get 6 coins, which is not optimal, but it's best step at the time. The optimal solutions will be 10 plus 10 because you only require 2 coins, right? So the idea of this is actually to show you that even though greedy is easy to implement, it does not guarantee global optimal solution.